Okay, so we have got the bathtub is out now, and we've removed all the old tile, and the walls are not in too bad of a shape. We're going to replace some plywood here, and we're going to get a new window here because this is broken, and go from there. But yeah, so that's the old cast iron pipe that served the bathroom upstairs, and that's like 2.5-inch pipe or something. It's an unusual size. I don't see a cast number on it. If I find it, I will let you know. And then here is L-gauge copper continuing on up into the attic, so that it is all primed and ready for restoring a bathroom in the upstairs where it used to be. Alright, so we're going to make a run to the dump, and we may go to Home Depot to kind of scope out bathtubs and flooring and window. So I'm going to take a measurement of this window here and get ready for that. We are a little on the dirty side right now, and so we will see you a bit later when we figure out what the next steps are. All right. So we've got the bathroom floor torn out, and we have some mortar in here to level this half of the floor over here. It had to come up almost 1/4 of an inch, so we're using flex bond mortar. It's got fiber in it, and then tomorrow morning this will be set, and what we're going to do is we're going to take some more flex bond and we're going to go over the entire floor with it and lay 1/2-inch Hardibacker, and the Hardibacker will cover the hole here and the hole there. It'll go around the well, actually what we'll do is we will unscrew that toilet flange and lift it up, and then we should be able to slide the Hardibacker under there because there's nothing holding this from coming up. So anyway, everything is going to get skim coated with mortar and a 1/4-inch trowel, and then we will screw it down with 1 5/8-inch Durock screws every 8 square inches as directed. Then we'll go pick up the tub, which is a Kohler K876. I don't remember the name of it, but it is a deeper tub and cast iron, so we're going to have to get a couple of extra helper people to move the tub in. But yeah, it's looking good. We got everything out of here. The Hardibacker will just go up against the base of the cabinets, tile up to the base of the cabinets, and then we put cord around over that. When we come to the door jambs, we get our multi-tool and undercut the door jambs so that we can slip the Hardibacker and tile under there. And you see the straight line edge here, that's where the seam for the old floor was, and that's where it will transition from tile in the bathroom to life-proof snap lock flooring, a 100% waterproof vinyl type flooring. So we've got a pretty good set going here. We also need to, before the tub goes in, we're putting in a new faucet here. Back in 1990, this was a Moen Legend, which was considered a pretty fancy high-end faucet, and now it's just a scrawny little runt by today's standards. So I'm thinking about getting a Growy control valve and putting that in with a holder for a handset, so that you can put the handset up here and then use it as a handset, or just leave it in place and use it as a shower head. So, okay, that is the update for now, and everything's coming along very nicely. We're just going to let this set up, and then tomorrow we'll come back in and put our Hardibacker down. Okay, so stay tuned for tomorrow's exciting episode of putting in the Hardibacker, and we might even put the tub in too. All right. All right, we are back, and we are troweling the finish layer of mortar on with a 1/4-inch trowel. So I have the finish going through here and all the way up into the tub area, and we will then lift our piece of Hardibacker over here, lay it down, screw it in, and then what the unknown mechanic is doing is getting ready to cut up the door jambs. Now what he's going to do is take the multi-tool there, the tile, mortar, and Hardiback are roughly 2 layers high when finished. So he's just going to take a piece, 2 pieces of Hardiback, and then just put the multi-tool flat on top of that. You got the blade on the wrong way though here to so anyway, he's going to trim out the bottom of the door jambs over to where the linoleum is, and then we will put the Hardiback in flush up to the doorway. Okay, so go ahead. So he is
I didn't want to make noise. You're still filming.
Oh, that's fine. I'm just gonna. So Dave's gonna start cutting, and I'm gonna start mortaring, and that's all you do is you just put it right like that and cut in. And that Hardibacker is the guide for you, so you get a nice straight cut at the right height. Okay, I'm gonna start doing the mortar now. Man, you are loud.
Wasn't that loud to me.
Well, yeah, but you're already deaf.
I got earplugs in.
Oh, well, thanks for offering, dude. Okay. Okay. So, the old guy is back to work here. Of course, the unknown mechanic is a little older than I am. That's what we do. We're troweling our mortar with a 1/4-inch trowel, and then we're going to lay our Hardiback over this. I'm applying mortar here. Got a 1/4-inch by 1/4-inch notched trowel, a square trowel, and I'm just going to work mortar all over the board and jam the mortar down into any gaps around the perimeter because I want it filled. I don't want water leaking down through the floor below the floor level. I want it to be caught.
Okay, hang on a second. Wait.
Before it ever gets beyond the tile floor.
That doesn't look bad.
Yeah. Go ahead and lay it down. Is it hitting? Well, that looks just about right. That is just about right. Yep, that's good.
Okay.
Okay, now I'll start screwing it down. How does this thing go? My pins keep catching on that. Okay, so I'm just going to walk it and make sure that we get the mortar pressed into the board. So now I'm screwing the 1 5/8" Hardibacker screws into the Hardibacker board, and you see the opening for the tub drain, and the new tub drain is farther away from the wall than that. So I'm going to have to drill that and here. You'll see that towards the end of this video, just a preview. So there's still a little bit of a slope on the floor going down that way, but it's not a big deal. So there you go. We have got the first panel down. Over here I have a 4-inch screw pattern because this was kind of like an older, looser wood on this end. And you can kind of see the line right in here where the new plywood is and the old fir floor was. So anyway, we've got it all screwed down, and
you need the 6-inch, don't you?
yeah, but the floor feels more solid. You get this 1/2-inch Hardiback panel in there. It's stiff, and it definitely not too hard, not hard. Just lightly drag up, because that other stuff is still a little on the soft side. And then just throw it in the bucket. So anyway, yeah, we are just about to slap in this next panel, which will come to here, going across, and then we'll make a filling patch for this area here. Okay.
We're going to do a test fit.
We need a test fit.
Okay, it's going to have to go...
That end down.
Yeah. Here.
Up higher, camera there. Okay.
No, we will have to remove the knob. But it looks like the hole's right for the...
Yeah, no, you don't even have to be neat, just open that up wider to fit past the valve, and then it'll get mortar filled.
But you think that looks okay? From what I can see, it's going to be off a little bit. It can probably go this way a little bit more.
Well,
I think it's going to be all right.
Well, I think if anything, we are... Well, it's just hard to say, so go ahead and...
Trim that?
Yeah, open that up a little wider.
Maybe about 2 inches?
Probably just like a...
3 inch?
On the right side...
Oh, I can do more on the right side.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, probably a 1/2 and an 1.5 inches. And probably another inch out, Dave.
Another inch out?
Yeah, for the valve clearance.
Right. A whole inch, huh?
Yeah. Let me see how this is leveled after the screwing down. It's not bad. I mean, it's a little there, but it's enough. It's about 1/4 inch in 2 feet. And the tub has a steeper slope than that, so I think we're okay.
It won't make that much difference, will it? 7-inch marking tool.
Well, we already knew that it was rough shot. There.
Okay, I'm just going to follow that line.
Yeah.
They're not very pretty.
Oh, I'm sure it'll be gorgeous.
Test fit. Got it that time. I can get that off. Let's just pick it up. If you took the fur off that wall, you'd gain 3/4 of an inch in here.
Yeah, that's fine. It's already big enough. And that inside part there is that is part of the shear rating on these walls, because it's not plywood outside. It's like 1x6s or 1x8s. They're supposed to have at least 2 10D nails in each stud. Here you see me spreading mortar again with the 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch trowel, and then we're gonna lay a sheet of Hardibacker down over that. Okay, I'm trying to come in high and down.
Good? You want to push it that way? Well, I guess you don't need to. Looks like you did. Okay.
And again, you're gonna see me tamping down the Hardibacker into the mortar. You'll want to get that good contact. Alright, we are going to skim coat this floor here. Hey Dave! Dave! Where's that mud tape? Where's that tape?
Can't hear you.
Okay, so we're just going to go over the floor real quick and knock down anything that doesn't need to be there. Okay, so I'm just using that 6-inch mud knife to scrape off anything that doesn't belong there and clean up any of the loose stuff around the screw heads that have been tightened in.
Okay, I'll run down and see if I can push it out. Oh, you're going to try and pry that, huh? Oh, it seems to be working, doesn't it? Okay, what do you want to put rock under it?
Yeah, just you can take the cutout circle and just make 2 half circles and shove them under. Got the 2 flat bars lifted up. So just do that.
Huh?
So go ahead and do it.
I'll go ahead and cut the piece. It's going to take a little while. What size pipe is that in there? 3-inch?
I think so, yeah.
What's the outside diameter of 3 inch? 3.5?
Oh, just like take your circle and cut a inch and a quarter in. Take you've got your big circle cut out, and just cut an inch and a quarter from the rim out. Okay, so we have the toilet flanges ready to have the Hardiback pieces mortared in under it, and then we'll repeat this when we tile. We'll lift it up and tile under it too. Alright, let's put our mesh tape down.
Oh, nothing.
What?
I guess I didn't get it cut thin enough.
Oh, that's inch and a half or more. Yeah. I don't know, I'd even go to an inch even.
I don't. It's gonna have to be like an inch. Is all there's room for.
Okay. Okay, so now I am putting in our heavy-duty mesh tape over all the joints in the Hardibacker, and you can see I am loading mortar up onto the floor and using a flat square trowel, and we're just gonna put a nice smooth skim coat over the entire surface. And I use about a 5x12 trowel to start in the tighter locations, but you see I have my 16x4 trowel right there, and that's what I will use out in the main areas to get a nice wide flat swath in the mortar, and that will give us a nice flat mortar coat over the entire floor surface. So I'm just kind of spreading the mortar around here right now and waiting for Dave to finish up his project there, and then I'll be able to move around a little more freely. So it looks like he's just about done, and there I go. So you can see I've got both trowels there. There's the big trowel, and you can see how that does a big wide swath on the floor. So we do this, it covers all of the screw heads and any imperfections on the floor and brings everything up to a nice even flat surface. And there are times where this or that caused tiles to be a problem, teetering or something, and so it's just good to do a nice big skim coat over the entire floor, and then it also helps to increase the water proof level of the floor. And then also I am going along the perimeter of the floor and forcing mortar down into the gap between the wall and the Hardibacker. And the reason I do that is I want to prevent any water from flowing down below the floor level. So we will mortar all of the gaps really well, and then when it comes to tiling the floor, then we will grout everything in next to the walls, trying to make sure that everything is sealed and grouted and mortared and not going to have any water issues. So I am just finishing up working around the toilet flange. It's a little bit harder of a spot to work because it's close to the wall, it's round, and the valves there, so I had to dodge several things. Now you see I am jamming more mortar in around the edges, and I'm just about out of mortar. It worked out that I had almost exactly the right amount of mortar. We got all those boards, Hardibacker boards, mortared down and screwed in place, and then we had enough mortar left over to do the skim coat over the entire floor surface. So that was pretty good. So I have just the last little bit there, and you can see me with the big trowel just working it, smoothing it out, and we are just about done. And we are just about done. I'm such a perfectionist. Everything has to be just right, and that's good. I always give people a good product when I'm done. Okay, boys and girls, you can see how nice, flat, and smooth that skim coat on the floor is. We have taped all those joints. You see the little tape line there, and another one over there. But we have a nice, flat, smooth surface over all of the Hardibacker. So then tomorrow it'll be dried, and we will come in with the 10-inch flat trowel, mud trowel, and we will just lightly go over everything to knock down any high points. And you can see there's a couple of little high points in there. So we'll just knock those down. And then we're going to put on 3 coats of Red Guard. Okay, so you see we have the first coat of Red Guard is on, and we're just cleaning it out to do the second. So this here is the new Danze, or Dan's shower control valve, and it's going to have a handheld unit with it. So you see how the pipes used to come straight up through here, and there was a valve right there, an old Moen valve, but this new valve is a lot larger, and there wasn't room for the pipes to go through the area, so we rerouted the pipes out, and then here is a 1/2-inch hot coming into the valve there, and over here is 1/2-inch cold coming into the valve there. And then these pipes continue on up to where the old upstairs bathroom was. So we maintained the plumbing for the upstairs bathroom just in case the next owner wants to reactivate it. And these pipes here are all done in L-gauge copper so that they are extra tough. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right, so there you go. That's the end of the Red Guard.
Watch your.
That should just about drop in.
Now get all the wood out of there because this going will just go now.
There you go.
Holes in the wrong place.
Yeah, what the fuck's that?
You dumbass.
Oh my God. Take it out.
No, don't do that from underneath.
Fuck no. Here, let me kick it in.
Yeah, that do it, man.
Is that it?
That's it.
Now this is going to get cut to get rid of it.
I'll just pull right through.
Yeah, right there. It's not going to pull right.
Why wouldn't it?
How would it fit there?
Well, the thing is, it'll
Pull-
pry
pull
that.
down,
It'll pry
pull
the.
down.
Oh, you can unstrap
You
it.
can come at.
Oh yeah, the strap.
Yeah. You can.
See, now this is a comfortable tub.
It didn't go. What's this?
Okay, let's see if we can spot those metal plates. And there you go.